But first, we want to get to our first guest here with an important message of pets helping vets. We're talking about service dogs that are not only helping veterans heal from post-traumatic stress disorder, these dogs are also saving lives, as we saw when we visited a training center in 2015.
I could have killed myself many, many times. I felt, empty, lonely. Look at me. Depressed. I take so many drugs. They depress me. You're a good dog.
That's Joe McQuaid of Monroeville. He's a Vietnam vet who says, like so many, being deployed changed him and returning home was difficult. But now Joe says getting a Guardian Angels medical service dog gave him a new chance at life.
We went back to the motel. I slept for the first time since 1969.
Larry Debar, a veteran from Homer City, suffered from PTSD, depression, and anxiety. He says he had a similar instant connection with his dog.
I always had a fear of when people walk up behind me. When they get too close, I start panicking, the anxiety kicks in.
His dog can sense that and actually positions herself between her vet and other people.
She's doing her job. She's keeping me calm.
During our interview, you can see this service dog detect anxiety and jump up to calm her vet, reacting exactly as she's trained to.
Good doggy, good doggy.
But it takes a lot of time and money to train those dogs. The next guest is here to tell us more about the program and how you can help more local vets get paired with a service dog at the upcoming Mutt Strut. We're honored to welcome Army Captain John Kelly, who served and was injured in Afghanistan along with his medical service dog, Ranger. Thank you so much. John, this is a difficult thing to talk about, but you went through something unimaginable, and unfortunately it's something that so many other service members go through. Can you talk about what happened in Afghanistan?
Heather, thank you for having me on. We were an infantry airborne unit. I was part of the 1st and the 501st Parachute Infantry Regiment, and so we went where the fight was. And so it was a really rough deployment. We lost several guys throughout the battalion in my company. And it was constant fighting for, almost 9-10 months.
Wow.
And so when I came home after blasts, being in buildings that were hit by mortars, I was not the same person. And so I came home and I was determined to deal with whatever was going on. Mm-hmm. Well, fast forward 5 years and I was suicidal. With a plan. I was depressed, isolated, unwilling to want to be a part of life.
I imagine that the challenge is, you're fighting a war which has to make you feel tough and important, and then you get home and you all of a sudden realize that you went through something really traumatic.
Yes, and so that is the interesting thing about PTSD. It's what it takes away from you and those feelings of pride and accomplishment that you had overseas, where life is pretty simple. Yeah. Fight and live or don't.
Right.
And so for me, when I came home, I suffered. I struggled. My family struggled. We went through counseling. We tried doing the VA thing, and nothing seemed to work. And again, I was suicidal. I didn't want to be here anymore. And that's when I found out about Guardian Angels. And it's a unique program because as a vet, I was concerned about the cost. $25,000 is a lot of money. I'm a normal guy. I don't have that kind of cash. Guardian Angels pays that fee. They fundraise and they pay that fee, and they give you the dog. And so I was like, this is amazing.
So just to let our viewers at home know, that's where the money comes into this. It costs over $25,000 to train one of these dogs, and it also takes a while to train them.
Yes, and that leads into a larger problem, which is the capacity for the nation to produce these service dogs that help people such as myself. Right? It's like 3% of the available population actually gets paired with dogs.
Really?
Guardian Angels is trying to change that. They're very take a holistic approach, and they set up camps locally, and you had it right. This is going to benefit local veterans. The Mutt Strut is going to be a great event to benefit local veterans and get them paired with the service dog.
And Ranger here, who has his vest on, so I went to pet him, and you were like, he's actually working right now, which I should have known better.
Fair enough.
But Ranger, it, so to speak, saved your life. And this is the case for a lot of other veterans. The suicide rate goes down when you have these service dogs.
Yes, to zero.
Wow.
To zero.
Wow.
You know, nationally we're dealing with an average of about 20 a day, 52 attempted, 20 successful. With Guardian Angels dogs, 0 suicides and 0 divorces.
Wow.
And so that's what's the untold story here, right? So I have a 4-year-old son, and I was, before I had Ranger, not a part of his life. I was devoid. Yeah, correct. Well, Ranger comes in, and he starts to change the dynamic in the house, including between my son and I. And so where I went from not being really connected at all to now I'm the Thomas the Train conductor for 2 hours on the ground with my 4-year-old.
Fantastic.
You know, and that's a year, just 1 year.
Right.
And it's amazing to me to look back and say, wow, I can't believe where I was, and I can't believe where Ranger brought me.
So Ranger is, you know, it's seemingly just laying down right now, but what is it that he's actually doing, because he is working?
Yes, so there are a couple things going on here. If you look, the way his body position is, he knows that we just met, and you're not a familiar smell. And so what he's doing is this shielding effort. He's creating space for you and I, and so that I don't feel uncomfortable. He also knows that my anxiety's up, and he has his body laying on my feet to ground me. So
Am I making you nervous?
No, well, you know, beautiful ladies, they make me nervous. So, no, it's one of those things you can't really tell. I take him to work, and I'll be in a meeting, and I'll be talking, and I might be anxious or concerned because public speaking is tough.
Right.
And there he is, Ranger, bumping my leg, making sure I'm grounded, knowing he's there. If I'm sitting there typing an email and I'm angry, he'll start bumping me at first, and if I ignore him because I'm really mad and typing that email, he jumps up onto my lap and starts making out with my face. It's unbelievable. So he's always working. He's always attentive. You can see his ears are up. He's listening for my voice.
Which is, it's amazing. We know that dogs can do so much. They're trained to detect drugs. I've done stories before where they can actually detect oncoming seizures in children that have seizure disorders. But for them to be able to pick up on emotional issues is truly spectacular.
Yeah, I'll share this one story with you. When I went down to Florida, I was, like told you, committed and ready to end my life. Well, I met Ranger, they paired me, and they said, go back to the hotel room and, you know, just hang out together. No training, just hang out together, get to know each other. And Ranger's looking at me, and I'm looking at Ranger, and I'm like, all right, bro, we're gonna try this. Let's see what happens here. So we go back to the hotel, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a nap, Ranger. You get yourself comfortable, and then, you know, we'll see how things go. Well, I fall asleep, and part of PTSD is nightmares. Horrible, bad, wake up sweaty, screaming nightmares. I fall asleep on the couch. I start to go into a nightmare, and sure enough, this dog that I met 2 hours prior sits up and starts licking my face, wakes me up out of the nightmare. 2 hours.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
So you're instantly connected.
Yes, yes.
Unbelievable.
That's what makes this so critical. That's what makes, and I think the Mutt Strut has it right. You know, not everyone needs a service dog, not everyone has a service dog, but a lot of people have dogs.
Right.
And you know, as a community, we love on one another, and it's a chance for us to all come together.
So I'm glad you brought up Mutt Strut, because I want to talk about this. This is a way for people to help out in this effort to get more vets dogs.
Yes, absolutely. Local vets. I mean, we're trying to benefit people in this community. You know, a lot of times with a charity, you donate money and you feel great because you're like, yes, I really did this. It was great. I supported a cause. This cause and the Mutt Strut, you get that. Plus, you might get to meet the person whose life you saved. You might get to meet someone who your $1 or $2 or $10 or whatever goes towards one of these dogs, and you get to shake that person's hand, give their spouse a hug their kids, and know that you gave and provided somebody with an opportunity to live their life.
Truly a gift of life.
It's wonderful, yes.
Unbelievable. I'm so glad you've impacted me so much, and I'm so happy to have heard your story. I hope that it's had an impact on all of you at home. And again, the PNC annual community Mutt Strut is coming up September 16th in Frick Park, starting at the park entrance across from the Frick Garden Estate. It features a dog parade, food, music, veteran-related vendors, and fun for the whole family. And of course, you get to meet some of those veterans. Come out to support this great cause and help more vets get service dogs right here in our area. Hours are from 10 until 1, and the cost is just $22. You'll find all the details on the Mutt Strut and the Guardian Angels Medical Service Dog Program at kdka.com/PTL.